Today I'm going to show you Tallebudgera Creek Conservation Park. This is a great place to go for a short little hike or bushwalk right on the Gold Coast if you don't want to travel out to the hinterland. You access the 1.6 kilometre one-way track from David Flay Wildlife Park car park. When you walk along the boardwalk to enter the wildlife park, instead of going up the ramp, you'll turn right and keep walking along the boardwalk. You'll see the black fence of the wildlife park as you continue walking. It alternates between mangrove, boardwalk and bushwalk there for a little bit. There's little tracks going off the side down to the water's edge of the Tallebudgera Creek. This top track is quite an even surface and it's got some great views of the Tallebudgera Creek. The vegetation changes in different places, so it's a really interesting, beautiful walk. There's plenty of sun and plenty of shade. There's also another little entrance to the conservation area. And here's the fence where you actually enter into the conservation area. And the sign back there just warned you that it's a landslide area to sort of keep walking and not to stop. And in a little while I'll show you where there has been a landslide to show you what they're talking about. So when you follow this track all the way, it'll take you to Ocean Parade. And then when you return, you can go on a lower track that doesn't look like it's being maintained. Maybe it was the original track, I'm not quite sure. There's many places where you can see where the water travels down the hill to reach the creek below. It was a beautiful hot summer's day, but I didn't see any snakes today. I saw a few lizards, plenty of butterflies. And this is the track that we're going to take in a little bit. But first I'm just going to show you the exit there to Ocean Parade. Okay, let's turn around and go back. And let's take the lower track off to the left. And just as you take this track, there's another little left track that I'm going to take you down to go to the water's edge. Got to watch where you step, but the roots seem to make a bit of a natural stairway for you. As long as you're watching where you're going, you shouldn't trip. On the short distance, you'll be down. And it looks like people access this place to go for a nice little swim or to sunbathe there on the sand. Alright, let's go back up the track. There's other little tracks going down, but I didn't take any of them. This lower track, because you're closer to the water's edge, you've got a lot more views of Tallebudgera Creek. It's really beautiful. It was very busy today. Lots of people out playing in the water. This bit was a little bit of a trip hazard, so I just had to watch where I was going. A little bit of a gully. Bit of a fern gully, really. I saw some stairs going up, but I wasn't sure where they went, so I just kept following the track. And very soon I found out why we needed stairs back there, because the track came to a bit of a stop here at this cliff where there was obviously a landslide once upon a time. And there's a big tree there in the water to show you just how big a landslide it was. So back up the stairs. And even though the track's really clearly marked, because obviously there's plenty of people walking on it, it certainly doesn't look maintained. None of the trees are being chainsawed away or anything like that. They've just been left there. And big concrete steps that have moved haven't been put back in place or anything. So I don't think this is the track that you're intended to go on, but it certainly felt like many people do go on it because it was still a well-worn path. But obviously not as easy to navigate as the top path. A few more obstacles in the way, just to watch where you're going. With all these trees down, it made me wonder whether it happens from time to time or if a whole lot fell in a bad storm or something like that. But you're following the creek all the way along, so it's really beautiful scenery. Alright, we're back onto that main track that we took, and now we'll go back the way we came. Many beautiful butterflies on the track, one of the highlights for me. And I didn't notice this track going the other way, but now that I'm coming back I saw it, so I had a little look. I saw some boys fishing over there in the mangroves. And back to the mangrove boardwalk. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at the Tallebudgera Creek Conservation Park. It really is a beautiful area, and it's great to think that we've got this right on our doorstep here.